Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Aparna Sethi, founder of ProTouch. Recently attended a session on HR manager, a core element for strategic planning in small, medium scale enterprises. It was organized by SHRM and the speakers for the programs were Anil, Vijay, and Saurabh. All the details are there in the slides. It was a wonderful, insightful program, and I thought of sharing my brief notes with all of you. Hope you will find it useful. So, the program was completely focused on the role of HR in small scale and medium scale companies. The GDP contribution from SMEs is very high, although the role of HR and the need of HR is still not felt in this sector. Let's have a look at what are the insights the expert panelist gave. This entire discussion started with how the role of HR changes in startups and in MNCs. If you look at in MNCs, the role is very much process driven, whereas in startups, the role will be completely different. That is, it requires a business mindset. One of the panelists mentioned the four roles of HR. He gave the reference of Gartner study done on HRBP role. And the role is around four areas. One is operations management, which talks about more on processes, payroll, leave management, routine kind of activities. The another role is employee mediator. This role was discussed in depth, and there are references you will find in our upcoming discussion. That means HR works as a link between management and employees. Another role is emergency respondent, and that is what exactly we are experiencing in current scenario. In case of emergency, how HR supports employees. And the last role is strategic partner. Now, discussion was all around that what is going to be the role of HR in small scale companies. Now, the mention of mindset of a founder was highlighted during the session. We will have more discussion on this on the next slide. Whereas it is very important for an HR person to get a clarity on these roles before even joining the company, especially if you are a senior level person and if you are joining a startup. It is very important to get a clarity. If you are a fresh candidate, then certainly your focus will be more on operations management than strategic, than emergency, or than even employee mediator. But if you're a senior level person, then you may need to have a look at more on strategic partnering role. All roles are important, whereas it totally depends on what is it that you are looking for, because this is going to decide where is the seat. Is it on the table or at the table? Then the highlight was on founders' mindset towards HR. It is observed that many startups and medium scale companies do not appoint HR separately because many times it is still considered as a cost and a support function. Slowly, gradually, the mindset is changing. So, how owner or the founder member looks at HR and how employees are important for owner decides whether there will be separate HR or not. It is also observed that even though founder members appoint HR, they may look forward for a policing job than the polishing job. Now, what is policing job? That is sometimes more on getting information about employees. What are they thinking? What are they talking? Because it is observed that no matter how founder member is approachable, employees still don't feel like talking to them openly. So the role may stay limited to only exchange of information, whereas the focus should be more on polishing. And when we talk about polishing, then HR role is very important. HR needs to confront what is happening, what employees are talking about, what is their reaction, what are the things going in right direction, what are the things we need to improve upon. Also challenges. What are the challenges HR can foresee as far as uh, people management is concerned? Sometimes even HR needs to take a job of coach to the owner. But unfortunately, we get to see very, very few people having this approach and the mindset of owner. Otherwise, it is more on operational level, the role gets restricted. Now, from HR perspective, what is it that founders expect? Uh, and it is a completely business mindset. And HR needs to focus on business, very important, focus on talent acquisition as per the business need. We have to get single person, each person on board should be in sync with business priorities. Develop the culture and you know HR needs to have a strategy to drive the revenues. The major problem of or the challenges of founders or MSME, that is attraction and the attrition of people. And this is what we all need to solve in HR. Wonderful points came across in this particular area, that is HR priorities in current times. The speaker mentioned that three W's have changed during pandemic. That is work, workplace, and workforce. Work means the way we used to do the work earlier. That means maybe serving to the customers, no more face-to-face meetings. It is all driven through virtual media. Workplace, almost all employees are working from work from home. So workplace has changed. And hence the workforce. Now here we mean to say that the skill set required have changed completely. Now we need to know the digital quotient, digital intelligence of the person. The panelist also mentioned that company needs to or the HR needs to work on three things: being agile, having analytical mindset, and automation. And that is what they are saying, that triple A mindset is required to solve triple W challenges. So this is what is the brief on the session. I hope you find it useful. For further information about our HR courses, do visit us on our website or call us. Thank you.